fear is like literally a hurricane inside your head. Every nerve ending is saying, don't do this. Once you take that step, there's no coming back. It's something that will change you as a human being.
All extreme sports push it to the edge, but only one steps over.
You see people get injured. You see people get killed. I've been surrounded by carnage.
In a sport that gives no second chances, Jeb Corliss has suffered more than just gruesome injuries.
I broke my back in 2 places, all my ribs, left foot, right knee.
He's witnessed the violent deaths of too many good friends.
Oh, no! I look over and I see a severed leg lying on the ground.
But still, he is lured to the edge.
There's only 2 things in this world that will prevent me from base jumping. Quadriplegia or death. When I was a small child, I used to dream about flying a lot. And I remember talking to my aunt once. I told her that I wanted to fly, and she looked at me and she's just like, you know, you need to be realistic in life, you know? People can't fly. When you get older, you'll understand. Well, I got older, and guess what? I never understood, and I still don't. I fly. It's the purest form of human flight I've ever found. It's breathtaking, it's awe-inspiring. There aren't words to describe how truly powerful it is.
From Icarus to Armstrong, it's been a consuming dream to break the shackles of Earth and take to the heavens. Now, a courageous few have found a new way to fly. It's called base jumping. BASE is an acronym for building, antenna, span, and earth. The platforms from which base jumpers leap into searing free fall.
See ya!
But Jeb Corliss first found his wings somewhere else.
I used to always point at the high dive at the pool, which was apparently a very high dive.
18 months old. So he was still wearing a diaper and sucking his thumb. And he was sucking his thumb and pointing up at the high dive. And I went, no, Jeb. And the instructor said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll take him up. He'll never jump.
I'll just take him up there. You know, he'll get scared. He'll want to come back down. He'll stop asking.
Took him up. Jeb wiggled out of his arms, squealed, wee, 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 all the way down. Doggy paddled back to the side of the pool and said, again.
She says that that was the point when she knew she had a problem. And I've always been attracted to things that scare me. I don't know why. I just know that I like the way it feels to be around things and to do things that are frightening.
Growing up in New Mexico, Jeb indulged his appetite for fear. While other children caught tadpoles, he went after more challenging prey.
I used to really enjoy catching poisonous animals. I caught a Gila monster once, lots of scorpions. I had a pet tarantula, like really big black and orange tarantula. I also had a pet black widow for a while.
He was probably about 7 years old when he brought the rattlesnake home. I just went, okay. And I said, well, what are you going to do with it? And he basically said, well, I'm going to let it go eventually, but I just want to look at it for a while.
They were the ones I looked for the most. I really enjoyed them because they were the most dangerous. I don't know, they scared me, so I really kind of enjoyed being around them because they gave me such an intense feeling. They were kind of my little friends, you know. I hung out with them. I'd catch them and keep them as pets. And then I'd release them, and I'd go catch some more and keep them as pets. And I used to love them.
Eventually, Jeb's insatiable appetite for fear was given a name.
I was diagnosed with counterphobia and didn't believe them when they said it because it sounded almost too obvious.
Counterphobia led Jeb to deliberately seek out and expose himself to his deepest fears.
Well, it sounds like kind of a made-up condition, but whatever. Yeah, I didn't really, it was like, tell me something I don't know about myself. I mean, come on.
Counterphobia fostered Jeb's love of spiders and snakes. As a child, they were about the only friends he had.
I never felt like I fit in. And I never did fit in. It wasn't a question. I mean, throughout my entire childhood, I never fit in with anybody.
A large part of Jeb's childhood was spent traveling with his parents. He got a wide view of the world, but was always the new kid on the block.
I went to 6 different schools from 1st to 6th grade. School was a battle zone for me. I didn't go to school feeling like I was going to some place to learn. I felt like I was going into a friggin' war zone. I mean, it was fighting non-stop. I mean, in 1st grade, I was getting in fistfights.
He was a loner in a lot of ways. Jeb had a very hard time. And yes, he did have fights. And he was eventually homeschooled.
I felt very lonely, and I felt like I was separated from other people. I felt very different. I felt very strange, and I felt like an outcast. I had no hope. I had no desires. I didn't care. It made no difference to me. I was just like, well, whatever, I don't care. It didn't matter if I lived or died. It didn't make any difference to me. The reality is, no matter what you do in this life, it's coming to an end. Once you accept there's nothing that you can do about your own mortality, then you're now free. You have no control. So stop pretending you do, and just get on with living your life. Stop living in fear. 2, 1, see ya!
For Jeb Corliss, the sky is his office. Recognized as one of base jumping's best, he spent nearly a decade perfecting his craft.
I've done some video of him in free fall, and even though I'm focusing on the jump and focusing on him as a subject during filming, I'm still impressed. You know, there is a part of me going, wow, that looks awesome.
10 years in any sport is considered a good run. In base jumping, it's a lifetime.
It's a sport, you do one mistake, you can die right away, that's it. So it takes a certain type of a person to do it.
What makes base jumping so incredibly dangerous is just the fact there's such a small margin for error.
From 0 to 80 miles an hour in 5